Wow. Hell no. Yeah.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, you see, undefeated 3-division world champion who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at lightweight and junior welterweight. He's a 5-time world champion. He held the WBA super title and also the IBF super title at super featherweight. That being none other than superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who is now 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, coming off the biggest fight and biggest win of his career against lightweight junior welterweight Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia, who is 23 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis, he put on a masterclass performance, in my opinion. I thought Gervonta Tank Davis essentially won every single round. I thought Gervonta Tank Davis, the only round I gave to Ryan Garcia was the very first round, and that was solely because Gervonta Tank Davis was a fill-out round. He was just trying to gauge Ryan Garcia, understand the distance of Ryan Garcia, understand what Ryan Garcia was attempting to do. He was just simply trying to understand and calculate what Ryan Garcia was trying to bring to the table, his game plan. So he wasn't very active. Ryan Garcia was more active. He was inaccurate, but he was more active. And from there on, the second round, we know Gervonta Tank Davis absolutely blasted Ryan Garcia with a beautiful left hook after Ryan Garcia himself threw 4 straight left hands that Gervonta Tank Davis slipped and made him miss all of them, then counted the very last one and dropped him. And then in the 7th round, well, we know what happened there. He slipped the right hook, slipped the left hook, then slipped the right hook, then came underneath the right hook with a left hook of his own to the liver. And that was all she wrote. Ryan Garcia took a knee and didn't get up, and he stated that he didn't want to injure his ribs anymore. He was hurt. So with that said, obviously everybody points to what's next. And Gervonta Tank Davis's close friend and Casanova 2 times, the big ape himself, Casanova 2 times, he FaceTime Gervonta Tank Davis as their close friends, and he's incarcerated, unfortunately, right now. And he was telling Gervonta Tank Davis that people in the system, they was telling Casanova and arguing with him, saying that, you know, he said the dude was from Jersey, and they were saying that Olympic silver medalist, undefeated 2-division world champion, former unified super featherweight world champion, Shakur Stevenson superstar boxer, who is now 20 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. They both southpaws. Shakur Stevenson is more of a masterclass boxer. Tank Davis is a masterclass boxer puncher, and it makes for a massive fight. So Casanova 2 times, the big ape himself, was saying, you know, that the other men in the system was saying, you know, that Shakur Stevenson was going to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. And Gervonta Tank Davis, he responded by saying, absolutely not. They can't rock. Shakur Stevenson can't mess with me. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. He used other words to describe it. And he said that, you know, essentially Shakur Stevens can't rock with me. He can't mess with me. He just said, you know, heck no, he can't mess with me. And, Casanova, who's good friends with Gervonta Tank Davis, he said, yeah, I was telling them, nah, man, y'all tripping, you know, and y'all need to say that to Gervonta Tank Davis's face, right? It makes for a masterclass, huge fight. It's going to be a chess match when they do fight, if they do fight. Well, I believe they will fight. At some point in time, it's going to be a chess match, right? Shakur Stevenson doesn't pack the one-punch knockout power that Gervonta Tank Davis does, but Shakur Stevenson has a better defense, right? And 9 times out of 10, better defense beats great offense. That's just 9 times out of 10 in all the sports going around, you know what I'm saying, in a whole. But Gervonta Tank Davis is a special talent. He's not just an offensive fighter. He's also slick himself. His defense is not as slick as Shakur Stevenson, but he has an extremely, extremely high ring IQ. He has very fast feet when he wants to use them. He has fast hands when he wants to use them, and he has mobility. He can be elusive as well when he so wants, when he so chooses. Okay, Shakur Stevenson is more of a counter puncher, pinpoint accurate puncher, and he is a defensive wizard, right? Where Gervonta Tank Davis is not very active. So when people ask me, why do I think that Shakur Stevenson is going to be the man, or undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who is 29 wins, no loss, and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Why I think they would beat him is because they are slick, and Gervonta Tank Davis does not have a high output. Okay, he's not a very, very active fighter. He's a very calculated, he's a very accurate fighter, but he's not. He doesn't have a very high output, extremely high output, and I think that you need an extreme high output to beat, Gervonta Tank Davis. To beat Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. And he just doesn't do that. He's calculated. He takes his time. And before he know it on the cards, he could be down big to Shakur or Devin Haney. And it's extremely hard to get out that hole once they get you there. So with that said, is this a 50-50 fight? Absolutely. Do I think it's going to happen next? Absolutely not. I think it's more of a chance you see Shakur Stevenson fight a guy, like William Zepeda, or maybe I see Pitbull Cruz, maybe a George Kambosos, maybe one of those fighters, because I simply believe that Devin Haney is an easier fight to be made, because Devin Haney now, he's going into a massive fight May 20th with two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko, who is 17 wins, 2 losses, no draw. 11 wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'6" with a 66-inch arm reach. They're going to fight May 20th, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. But after that fight, should Devin Haney be victorious, the most important part of it all is that Devin Haney is a network promotional free agent. It's not hard to make the fight. When Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis go to the negotiation table, seeing as though Shakur has an exclusive deal with legendary promoter, Top Rank CEO Bob Arum, ESPN, and Top Rank, that makes it hard and difficult for these two major networks to come together, especially seeing as though Shakur Stevenson is not the mandatory to a belt that Gervonta Tank Davis does not hold. Okay, so it's not going to be ordered. So you're just asking once again for two major networks to voluntarily come together to make a big fight, and that's just wishing upon a star. They just did that. The Zone came together with Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Golden Boy Promotions to do a deal with Showtime President of Sports Steven Espinosa, PBC Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, and Gervonta Tank Davis, GTD Promotions, Floyd Mayweather Leonard, LME Mayweather Promotions CEO. So they just did that, right? I'm hard pressed to see them coming together and doing it again. And Tank Davis is the clear A side. What does ESPN get out of it? It's no belts on the line. It's nothing forcing their hand. It's going to be a tough negotiation right now. But when it comes to Devin Haney, he's a network promotional free agent. So that makes it an easier fight to be negotiated should he beat Lomachenko. And he's coming off the biggest win of his career, and he's the undisputed champion. Their history is deeper than Tank's and Shakur's. So I don't think Shakur would be next, but I do think it will happen at some point in time. And when it does, it's going to be a major, massive fight. Massive fight when it does come to fruition. And I believe that Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis will be next. And I think that that's going to be a massive fight as well, seeing as though Devin Haney will be coming off of 2 big wins in Australia and then beating arguably the 3rd, 4th, or 5th fighter in the division in Lomachenko. I'll have right now Devin Haney at 1. I have Tank at 2, Shakur at 3 because he just made his debut. And then I have Lomachenko at 4. So Devin Haney would be beating one of the top 4 guys in the division. Ryan Garcia is a popularity fighter. He's a huge fighter, but popularity-wise. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all, man. Who do you think Gervonta Tank Davis is going to fight next? Do you think Shakur can compete? Let me know. Peace.
This is Amanda, the Real Deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.